Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Coffees.
That is us, Conversations with Coffees. If you didn't know, now you know, sucker. It has been a minute, hasn't it? Well, we have been busy. Busy. Yeah, we have.
Forest bathing.
Forest bathing. So it's an insider joke. But no, I told everybody that we were going to kind of tell them what we did. I did take some pictures. Some videos, and the friends that went with us, we went with, they did as well, so I got some of the pictures from them. I am going to figure out how to put it on this YouTube.
Maybe do like a YouTube short or something?
Or I could do that, or just put it on there at the tail end of this or something like that, so we can figure that out. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
But, so we...
Left out Wednesday.
Yep.
Evening.
Yep.
Later in the afternoon. Rode through some storms.
Yeah, we had some pretty hellacious storm that rolled through. Luckily, I think we missed most of it.
We did. But actually,
we had to drive through it.
On the back roads.
Yeah.
I got to see it off in the distance, like the rain coming down. It was really cool.
So we had like a little convoy going. Tractor trailer was following, and I had the box truck. And then there was
following the camper. And
then she was following the camper, so we had a little convoy going. It was pretty cool. Went out towards the coast. But what we were doing, where there's a old industrial chicken house, chicken farm, whatever you call that. We were taking. It's no longer in use. I don't know how long it's been since it's been in use, but we were taking it apart and saving all of the metal that came off of it, the foam insulation, the foam board that was behind it, trusses,
anything we could salvage.
Everything, that we basically could salvage. And
that's my philosophy: recycle, reuse.
Yeah. So I'm that way too. If it's building stuff and it's going to cost me money to have to buy it,
right,
I'm on board with that too.
Right.
But we're putting all of that stuff into our friend's business that they both are building. I don't know what you'd call them. Bigger than a camp, bigger than a cabin. Pretty big buildings, a few of them on their farm. So we're using all that to put in there. But that's what we were doing all weekend. So we've got to work. We did a lot of work.
Have bruises from head to toe.
If no one's ever been in a chicken farm, let me tell you what, there's a lot of chicken, everything, everything, and it sticks to everything. And with that comes wasps and snakes and, the whole
mosquitoes.
Yeah, the circle of life, apparently.
And gnats.
And well, where we were was towards the coast, so
they were just swarms,
and it stays pretty wet where we were, so it was pretty thick over there, but thick. So that's what we in and around that all weekend. It was hard work. It was, but we enjoyed doing it. We had quite a few of us out there, so. By the time this
hilarious people to go with.
Oh my goodness! So much easier. It's coughing, me with the allergy issue that I was having. So every time I'd laugh, I'd freaking cough because it was a deep laugh because the people were just hilarious that we were with. Good people to be around. So
absolutely.
But so by the time the sun went down, we would go and start the campfire and figure out foods. Yep. Yeah. And it was good, and luckily it was like 60s at night when we got there, and then the last night it was 42.
It was really
cold, and I slept like a rock, which was awesome.
And you were sunburnt and peeling.
And yep, I had a sunburn on my peel.
Yes.
So
his peeling got sunburned.
Yep, so. It did. But good weekend, and we are gonna go do it again. In a few weeks back out there, but we're going to be back at their other property helping them. We love doing that kind of stuff. We really do. Anything that we both can learn building, we're all about it. That's, I don't know, I'd save lots of dollars building stuff here at the house myself, so
And it's good. Like every time I, go out to the patio,
Right.
I'm just in awe.
Yep.
So.
And the more important thing, and this is what is going to lead us into what we wanted to talk about today. Our 11-year-old was out there, and
they have 3 boys.
They have 3 boys, ranging from 14 to 10.
14.
Let me tell you something. These boys would outwork grown men and women any day of the week, and I would pick those boys over a lot of grown men and the adults that worked with or
in the workforce.
Yeah, these boys had no stop, didn't mind getting dirty, and worked their tails off. Even the only 2 ladies that were there were working. And I'm not trying to say women don't work as hard as men. I'm not saying that at all. These 2 women that were there were working harder than any man I've ever been around before in a workforce too. So
stuff has to get done, and if we can help our
and you guys know that. Well, it's not even what can I do. You just go find it and then get it done. And we're talking labor intensive stuff, y'all. This is
dealing with some rusty nails and some big long sheets of mail.
Lots of hard work. So, okay, so you would have to see it to believe on how hard these boys worked, right? These kids. I don't even want to call them kids because they're working harder than grown men, so it's hard to even say that. Yeah. You would have to see it to believe it. They were running some industrial equipment and stuff that would just make you go, holy crap, we are needing to do something here with our kids. If you've seen it and your kid doesn't really want to get out of the house, off the video games, it would make you feel like, okay, I'm not doing something right here.
Right.
I'm gonna be blunt about it.
Skills that
will stay with them. And that's how I was growing up with my mom, working the way she did. Like, seeing that molded me, and they would make sure I had to go with them to do whatever needed to be done, and working around my uncles and stuff like that. I had no choice. So both of our oldest boy was like that too. I'm a busy person.
Just good work ethic.
And so that's going to lead us into what I'm talking about, what we want to talk about today.
Yes. So you guys probably know by now that we have a son who is younger. He's going to be graduating from 5th grade this year. So
do we call it graduating or just moving on?
No, well, they have a graduation.
Okay. Well,
so
he's graduating.
He's graduating
from 5th grade.
Yes. So he's going into middle school.
I would say moving on to middle school, but
Yes.
2022.
I'm not looking forward to him going to middle school. I absolutely hated middle school. I thought that it was just a cesspool of
drama,
ridiculousness, honestly.
Kids trying to be unique, and they're going overboard.
Yes. So today we wanted to talk about one of the issues that have came up recently.
We seen it yesterday, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was it yesterday or this morning? I don't know. One of the 2.
Pretty crazy. So they call themselves the furries. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but they walk around and apparently they identify as animals.
Hang on. We'll say this right here, right now. And if this offends you, I don't care, and it should offend you. Your kids should not be walking around identifying as animals or anybody for who they are is who they should identify as. But if your kid's walking around identifying, and as a parent, darn good and well, if your kid is at school with the dog collar on all fours barking during school,
or meowing.
If you are a parent and you know that, check yourself. Something's wrong with you, not just your children. Something's wrong with you if you're letting that go on in your house. If I offend you, I'm glad. I don't care. I don't care. Like, it's, as you can tell, I'm amped up.
Yes. Well, so I was thinking
That
about
stuff
this.
ticks me off because of what you're doing to your children.
I was thinking about this last night. So you know how when your kids are toddlers and they, go around on the floor and
or want to become superheroes.
Right, but they're walking
mimicking the dogs. Yeah.
And
As toddlers.
Get in the dog crates.
As toddlers. Yep.
Right. Well, so here's my thought here. So you know how kids, they love their electronics. I mean, parents are putting them in front of electronics.
I see where you're going with this.
Like way sooner than.
And now they're mimicking the things that they're seeing.
Well, I feel like maybe they're missing out on some of that childhood playtime because they're stuck
constantly there and they don't know what else to do.
They don't get to explore and be, creative and have an imagination. So now it's coming out in middle school, or I don't know. I'm trying to grasp this, concept
and I can't,
how anyone could think that.
That's
just identifying alone
in middle school.
Right.
We were in middle school. We were of that age. And we grew up in the MTV establishing itself era. That's the time frame.
Cribs,
like that. Well, even before that, when MTV was a thing and they were pushing the limits, we grew up in that, right? We grew up when people were pushing back on that being normal and wanting to be them different people. We grew up during that. I never would have thought it was okay to walk around on all fours barking and having a choke collar on and having fur buddies to do it with. Like, never ever would I have thought that would have been okay.
Yeah, or eating your food on the lunchroom floor in a bowl versus at the table.
So, and I guess the controversy was, so I seen the report was either there was one in Nebraska, one in Iowa, Michigan, and there was one somewhere else. Nebraska and Iowa, that baffles me. Michigan, not so much. Just because it's not all of it, most of some. It's a liberal part of liberal state. For the most part, there's a lot of conservative areas that are there, but anyways, that's besides the point. I lived in Michigan, so yeah, I can say what I want to about it, in my opinion. But
it's happening here in North Carolina.
It is. It's happening at our
tiny county.
So where our kid would be going to middle school, it's happening there.
They're trying to get litter boxes installed in the bathroom.
So that was the controversy. If you didn't know, the litter boxes were. So apparently, some of the parents were going to sue the school for them not allowing litter boxes. Come to find out, from everything that I did my research on, it's a hoax. It was debunked by the school system saying no, a litter box is not allowed in there. But nonetheless, to me and Angela, we were talking about it, and I was telling her, no, it was a hoax. I said, but that's not the point. That doesn't, I don't care. The fact that there's the fact that there's children walking around barking and meowing and I don't know what you lion calling, roaring, whatever. Like, the fact that they're doing that is the issue in itself. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I am going to sit here and I'm going to say the issue is not the kids. The issue is the parents. If the parents are allowing that to happen and they know darn good and well, if your
kid leaves with a dog collar on, you need to be concerned.
If your kid's 13 years old and he still has a dog collar on and he's doing that stuff, it is not okay.
All right, get that boy some help.
Get yourself some freaking help. Not the boy, get yourself some help. Like, it's not okay. What you're doing to that child is not okay. It's not. I'm sorry.
Or what you're allowing him to do, for that matter. At 12 and 13, when these kids do go into middle school and they're trying to be unique, you still have a say-so.
Right.
And if you did your job when they were young, then they respect you and they are going to hear you and do what you tell them to do. So if they're not listening, I don't know what to tell you. Get some help, get some therapy.
Right. And I am, and I could probably say the same for her. We're that person. If you're doing that, I want to talk to you. Like, and we will have a conversation. There would be, I'm just heated right now, or, you know, just amped up a little bit right now, but I can have a conversation with somebody and not yell at them. I might use the idiot word a couple of times, you know, if they're going to sit here and try to justify it, but I would love to hear from you. I really would. I think it'd make a great conversation to be had, and
where's your mindset?
I want to know where your mindset's at. What it's allowing you to think that that's okay. Like,
and I feel like that's degrading. Like, I understand that people have dogs. They love their dogs. They treat them like children, and that's all fine. But they're not really humans, and we can treat them like humans, but we shouldn't go around treating humans as if they're dogs. That doesn't make any sense. No, you can't identify as an animal.
Well, and
I think it's even ridiculous that, you know, even like the Olympics, there was a man that was trying to identify as a woman.
And
why? Because you couldn't cut it as a man and get the perfect score, and now you can identifying as a woman.
But no,
not really.
That's just one of the issues. But look, the genetic difference alone between a man and a woman, right? But look what he took away from the actual women that were there, the females that were there. The fact that you people have to understand, these are athletes. They train every single day, multiple times a day, doesn't matter, and to hit their dream or their goal or what they're trying to accomplish. And then here comes a man in this woman's sport who, of course, is going to be faster, stronger. Like, and I know there's some women out there that are stronger than men, but
that's not what we're saying.
But these people, that man and these women, they're both, you know, out working out, being the best that they can be health wise, as strong as they can be. So, I say all that to say that man is going to be physically fit, which means he's going to be overpowering to any woman that's out there. But the fact that I see that even on the media was just trying to justify it in some way, and it's like, well, hang on a second, what happened?
And I love the fact that their headlines were, he was breaking records. Right. Of course he's breaking records. He's a different species.
And this is the same people that were hitting on the Me Too movement. Well, where the hell are you at now? You know what I mean? You're taking away from these women, but you are also the same people that were in the corner of the Me Too movement for these women. Where are you at now? Why are you saying all of a sudden it's okay? But I don't know. I'd like to talk to that person too. But to bring it all back around, when we were out there this weekend and we were seeing how hard these boys were working and loved being out there doing this stuff with their parents and all of the adults that were there, they were trying to show us something and prove something to us. But as busy as they were and as hard as they were working, they're not going to go to school with a dog collar. They're too busy. They're out there trying to accomplish real life stuff with real life skills that they're learning, but they're busy.
Take them into their adult life.
Right, and they're busy. They're too busy to sit there and wonder, okay, can I identify as a dog? And okay,
unique
can I be
wearing a dog collar and a leash?
And how long did it take for you to sit there and think that, all right, I'm going to try this? Like, you could have been doing something maybe a little different that'd preoccupy you, you know, or occupy your mind somewhere else. That wouldn't think it was okay to do. I'm just saying, I think the people that are probably doing it they're not out there, you know, getting their hands completely filthy and working hard, sweating and doing that. And there's people out there that don't do that, but those people are out there trying to become the best version of themselves, rather than having too much time to think about all of this stupid stuff.
To worry about being unique or different.
Right. And if you're the parent that is working hard and your kid is identifying as a dog or a cat, then maybe you're not spending enough time with your kid to know that they're out there doing that. And if you don't know your kid's out there doing that, it might be time to pump the brakes a little bit and work on that household. I said it. I've said it before, guys.
If you want to.
I've said it before. I'm not one to hold my feelings back, and I can take whatever somebody wants to throw back at me. That's fine. I would love to sit here, and I would absolutely love to have a conversation with somebody that thinks that that's okay for their kids to do that. Oh, it's just kids being kids. No, it's not. Not in the middle school, not in elementary school for that matter. As a toddler, I can see, because it's cute. You're seeing them, trying to be like the dog. But, once they hit 3 years old or 4 years old, it no longer becomes okay. That's our jobs as parents to tell them, hey, it's time to stop that.
Just don't do that.
Time to act your age is what my exact words would be to them. So,
yeah.
He got me amped up, ready to go.
I know. Well, thank y'all for listening. If you found any value in this episode, you can like it, share it, subscribe to it.
Yep. And if you want to tell me that I'm an idiot, and I'd love to hear your side of it. I really would.
We do like hearing other people's perspectives, and I would definitely love to pick someone's brain that finds that okay.
Yep. And if you feel like calling me an idiot while we're talking about it, because I'm going to call you probably an idiot as we're talking about it, that's fine too. I can take it. I don't mind. I love those conversations. I love talking to those kind of people I love to see where their mindset is. Like, let me figure out who you are and why
you think this way.
Yeah, but thank you again, and I am going to try real hard to figure out how to put some pictures of what we did this weekend. Let you see how hard pictures are pictures, but you can kind of see what we were doing and the fun that we were having. So
yeah, just what we've been up to.
Yep. But thank you guys again. We will talk to you again sometime soon.